1051.
Where did the beef ever come from you and Nicki Minaj? It seems like you just don't get along. She kind of idolized you when she first came out with, a lot of the stuff she did, whether it was her mixtapes, whether it was the same posters, the same poses.
Every female rapper coming up under Kim idolized Kim.
Right. So what happened? What was the left turn where it was just like...
Can I ask you this?
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question. Okay. How come when I come up places, they want to ask me these questions, but they don't never ask her?
Oh, we definitely
We
did.
asked
Yeah,
her.
we did ask her.
Absolutely,
we definitely asked her.
No,
did.
let me tell you something.
And you know what she said?
did
She said she didn't
106
know. That was it.
And Nicki,
Right, and
Like she said,
has a
she
way-
idolized
and
you.
She
said,
has a way of trying to avoid the situation, and y'all let her do it. But it's okay.
Never.
Yeah, y'all do.
Nicki answered it straight
But
up.
look, But the last time y'all asked her was probably when it was very fresh.
No,
we asked about
her album came out last month. She was
a
there.
month ago.
Yeah, no, but you were on her album, so
Absolutely.
it only made sense.
He's a
whatever
barb.
y'all
He's a
were doing
barb.
it.
No,
Yeah,
listen.
it's okay. Yeah, I know.
Nicki's my homie, but this is where my issue with Kim stemmed from. Like, Kim's the OG. And it seemed when you was coming at Nicki, you was, just being bitter and
But you're
disgruntled.
wrong.
You seemed like the old, you remember Players
But
Club?
you're wrong.
The tricky chick.
Let me tell you why you're wrong, and let me tell you why you dead wrong, because it's deeper than that. Me and Slim were friends for 4 years, and we decided that we were going to go into business together, right? And I was over there at Cash Money. I was getting ready to be partners with them. While I was over there, we were working a lot. Like, I was in Miami, and he put me in the studio. I would be in New York, and we would be working. We were constantly talking. Baby said to me, hey, I want you to be on my album, well, whatever. And, he sent this song over. It was empty. And it just had a hook on it. And so I sent it back to him quick. They had the record for a while, and me and Slim were talking. We were talking, constantly talking. And so I said to Slim, when I went back to Miami, I said, because I'm not stupid, I said, listen, we're about to be like the Mafia family. It's like, I'm the Gambinos, you have like the family inside of the family. I would be the Gambinos, they would be whatever, but we're all going to be family. So go ahead, put whoever you want on the record. Because I already knew.
Right.
I already knew. But I said, this record got to be big because it would be good for music right now. Good for females, good for hip-hop. When I saw Baby, he's like, oh, baby girl, we're going to make it big. We're going to do a video. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to make it big. Everybody's going to know. They put the record out. I guess they didn't like the response. And when they saw the response, they just pulled the record off, pulled it back. Never put it on his album, nothing. Then it's like I'm not even hearing from them. And it's like, wow. You know what I mean? And if you listen to that song, the way I did my vocals, hers were different from how I did my vocals at that time. Shortly after that, she started releasing all these records, doing her vocals the way I did my vocals. Now, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But you have to look back. My fans may not like when I do a certain type of music, but that was a sound that I was getting ready to start. And I was starting a sound a long time ago. And if he tell you that this is not true, he's lying. But I played a record for Slim called Automatic. It's a Saint-Tropez dance type of record. It's 3 years ago I played him this record. On her new album, she has a song called Automatic, and the song is so similar to the song that I played for Slim. The whole sound that I brought to the table, because when Slim was like, what you working on? Let me see, hear where you going with it. She was still doing whatever she was doing when she first came out, the way she was rapping. I brought a whole new sound. Next thing you know, 2-3 years later, now that she's, moving and moving in the game or whatever, this is the whole new sound. Whether my fans would have liked that sound or not, it was my sound. I brought that to the table. The problem with her is she was very catty with it. I never had a problem with her. I was always nice with her, always. She was a very obnoxious person, but I was always nice with her. From the time I saw her in that dressing room, the story she told, I don't even know what the heck she was talking about. Like, that's not even how it happened. But from the moment that I met her, I was always cool with her. But after that, it almost seems like when they realized, okay, we need Kim. We want to study her swag. That's what it kind of felt like, because I was around for a long time, and they're like, okay, let's study her swag, and and I think they wanted to get that record just to stamp that I was okay with what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? For me, it was a break back into rotation, into, if that would have been a big video and a big event record, it would have been good for both of us. But I personally think they didn't want me to stand beside her, which is stupid.
But it sounds like a Young Money Cash Money thing. Like, they did that, not necessarily
but
Nicki.
You got to understand something. She was always throwing shots. I don't know what you're talking about.
I never heard it.
You need, because you're not trying.
I used to hear her pay homage, like she said. She used to say, "I love Kim. I love Foxy."
You're not trying to do your homework. That's why, boo boo. You got to do your homework. If you go on all of those little, the come up DVD, even with Fendi would even say it. Yeah. Because she was just a real cocky type of girl, whatever. She always wanted to be like you. She always wanted to be, and she would say, "I'm gonna take her spot." Let me tell you something. How I know, Full Force's son had her first. Do you know that? Oh, yeah. They had her first. When I did the song on my album, "You Can't F with Queen Bee," you know that song? I don't know if you know, but anyway, when I did that song on my album, that's Full Force singing that song. That they did that song. She was in the studio then, and they said she was basically hating on me then, but loving me at the same time. Okay, fine. Now, after that whole Cash Money situation with the song, we're at Justin's birthday party. Perfect timing to come up and say, "Hey, we did the song together." Whoa. Nothing. And she looked at me and rolled her eyes, and I was like, really? Every single record she's made was coming at me. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody who's smart with a brain, everybody who knows music knows damn well in that Puffy record she was coming at me. I didn't say nothing about this chick. I didn't say nothing about this chick at this time. She was coming at me in the Puffy record. She was coming at me in all these records that she was doing, the Jay and Kanye rest. I didn't say nothing. So what is I don't understand where all this is coming
How come
from.
when male rappers get on records and they talk cocky and aggressive, nobody ever says, it's targeted towards anybody, but when a female does it, it's either, they got to be going at Kim, or if you do it, she got to be going at Nicki. Why y'all just can't be rapping?
But
why does it have to be aimed towards somebody? Maybe it's just rap.
Males, though. What are you talking about?
It happens with males, too.
Yes, it does. It happens
Wayne
with
throws
males. You want to know
stabs
the
at Jay,
difference
James
with
throws stabs
males?
away. Happens all
They're
around.
not like her. She wanted to be the only female out there. So when Baby and them said, "We're not fucking with this chick because you can't stand next to her," she loved it. Because she didn't want to stand next to me.
I think it's her.
She wanted to be out there by herself.
I think the
And
industry
my thing
puts
is,
women against each other all
yeah,
the time.
they
though.
do. That's exactly what happened. And
it's-
my thing is, you have to be smart enough to say, "Yo, I don't know what they talking about, but you my bitch. Don't start coming at me in records, talking to me, just talking about me disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Indirectly. Don't do that. Don't do that." At the end of the day, she should have just said, "I don't care, you my bitch. Yo, I want to still do other things with you. Let's just do it. Forget about what this." Because
I think for women it's harder because they do make it seem like there's only one woman that could be the female rapper at the time.
And that's whack, though.
It's always me
very
against
whack.
you. But that's the way the industry
No, it's
Her
not. You had
came out.
Latifah, you had MC Light at one
They were
point, you had
totally
Kim, you
different
had
bands.
Foxy,
You had me, you had
the
Eve, you had
Brat.
Foxy, because you know why? We all understood the essence of music and how it's supposed to go. They knew what she was. I'm not saying that she's not. I'm not saying she's a horrible artist, but I definitely think she's overrated because she's not a horrible artist to me. I don't think she's a horrible artist at all. I know other artists that are. She's all right, but the thing is that this is what I feel. I was so looking forward to that video happening because I thought that would have been so great. You know what I mean? It would have been great. Like, I love when women want to be like me. I think that is the biggest flattery. I mean,
You the
who
OG,
doesn't?
of course you're going to have influence.
Well, at the end of the day, I am just who I am. You know what I mean? So I think whether I was in the industry rapping or not, maybe somebody could be attracted to my style. Maybe somebody could just be attracted to the way I move. Maybe somebody could be attracted to the way I talk. At the end of the day, it's an attraction. You know what I mean? And don't downplay it. If you go back and she's asked all these times. You need to do your homework because I don't know what
I've
she's
heard
saying.
her. Envy, have you heard Nikki pay homage to Kim?
Yeah, she definitely pay homage before.
no,
but
no,
if she was
Envy.
taking shots, that might be something personal that I don't know about. But
Envy.
I heard her pay homage
Envy.
before because she said she looked up to, even when she did that
No.
mixtape cover, when she did the same position as you.
Well, this
No.
sounds like
You gotta
something.
understand something. If somebody says, I love you, but I hate you, that's not homage.
But we don't hear
At
that.
the same, because y'all don't want to hear it.
I mean,
You don't want to hear it.
If I'm not,
If you don't want to hear it,
if I hear
you're
somebody
not
say
gonna
I
hear
love Kim, and then I hear her going at somebody on the record, I'm not gonna think she's going at you.
No, but you. If
And
you,
in personal
but then if you
conversations,
say-
she never
but then
told
if
me
you hear
that.
somebody say, "Screw this person, screw that, and that," same person that they said they love.
But she said
How
that
does that
after
work?
you
No,
decapitated
it was
her on
not
her
after.
mixtape cover.
This is where.
All right,
you're
listen, we
wrong.
can't argue because Little Kim has her feeling on what she's heard and what she knows
But
from
it's
her own
fact.
experience.
I would like to
It's
see
not-
them have a
it's not-
conversation.
It's not.
They
no,
both from New York.
We're not having a conversation, but it's fact.
Right.
It's fact.
And it might be things that we as an audience don't know because we don't
you're
pick
not-
up on it.
and
And
you're
that's
not
it.
lit-
But that's
you're
what I
not
was
looking
saying.
for it.
All right, well, let's fast forward.
So you would never, it would
hold
never
on.
squash.
Let's
Ever?
stay level. Let's
good.
stay still. Let me tell you why we need to stay
All right,
still.
now we-
Because I'm about to take y'all hip hop cards if y'all don't do your homework.
All
Go
right.
do your homework. It's out there. I'm not. This ain't
I'm
nothing
a-
I'm making
I'm a
up.
check.
You can go do your homework.
Now let's
It's
fast
out
forward.
there.
Music. When are we getting a Kim
Hold on, we got
single?
one more chick. Now, you know what? It was a chick going at you on Twitter crazy.
Oh, you
Delia
really?
Banks. I only heard one record from her. What? What?
All right, go ahead.
I'm just asking.
No, it started off with her excited to talk to Little Kim
No,
and do a
she
song.
was going
no,
at-
it
she
started.
was
It started
slandering
off.
Kim.
This is how it started. She said Little Kim DM'd her and said she was going to do a record with her.
Mm-hmm.
She was excited about that, and then she said she sent the song to Little Kim, but she tried to write her verse for her, and then they sent it back and said Little Kim writes her own stuff. She don't need you to write the verse, right? That's what happened on Twitter, and then she started going in on you.
Man, I never met this girl a day in my life. I never talked to this chick. She don't know what I sound like. I don't know what she sound like on the phone. But let me tell you, I think it's in chicks' contracts when they come out. You gotta go at Little Kim.
That's the first thing you sign.
That is in the
You
contract.
get your $20,000 and then you got to go on Kim.
That's it. It's
Oh,
in
my
there.
goodness.
It's in there.
Now let's
Like,
talk about
whatever.
music. When are we gonna get a single and when are we gonna get Kim back? When are we gonna do an album?
We gonna get it, and we gonna get it at the right time. God do everything at the right time.
So right now
You
you're
know what I
putting
mean?
out singles independently, and then I know you
Yeah.
said that you have labels
It's
negotiating
got to be
and
right.
fighting.
It's got to be right. I've gone through so many negotiation
have.
meetings.
Now, what's your ideal place?
It's
to
just
be?
that, at this point, and it's not really about the major money to me because I know how to do those type of deals where, my royalties will be, astronomical. My the back end would be great for me. It's just that there's certain things that me as an artist now that I just can't, I can't settle because at the end of the day, I make a majority of my money on television.
Right.
Like that's a big field for me, television and endorsements and stuff like that. And, a lot of people want a big part of that because they know that's a big part of me. And I'm like, I listen, this is about music. We're not going to, you know what I mean? So it just had to be.
We look forward to that. Kim got to go.
No doubt. But I would love to see Kim and Nikki, sit down and
But-
hash it out. Forget all the middlemen. Forget
But
Young Money,
why?
Cash
It's not
Money.
going to be hashed out. It's not
could
going to
be.
happen. That
Y'all both from New York.
No, it's not going to happen.
Look, sometimes
females.
people just don't like each
It's
other.
not
What
going to
can you-
happen.
Listen, I'm a
And for
Cancer
whatever
like
reason-
Kim's a Cancer, so I
right,
understand.
So if you a Cancer like me, then you should know something's
get
not
it.
right. No, you don't get it. Because you still saying that she paid homage and that she was
She definitely
respectful. No, she wasn't. You want to say that, but that's not true. It's not true.
You are a
Before
true
she
Cancer,
even,
though.
because I'm right. I'm right. You don't want to see it because you've already built this relationship with her and y'all have whatever. I don't give a damn. You know
That's
what
my
I'm
homie,
saying?
no
Whatever,
doubt.
right,
But at the
whatever.
end of the day, you still the OG, and I would
But
love to
the
see
OG,
G
all that.
embrace
The OG.
generation.
all of that because that has nothing to do with it when it comes to respect and when it comes to matter of fact, because at the end of the day it is what it is. When a chick, let me tell you something, I'm gonna leave this on this note. You will see everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I gotta say.
And don't forget tomorrow, Little Kim is performing in the Bronx.
The Bronx, Paradise Theater. You know what I'm saying?
When are you performing in Brooklyn
Hosted
too?
by
We gotta do
Drita
it. We gotta
from
do it.
Mob Wives.
And caller 105 right now. We got a pair of tickets. 800-585-1051. If you want to hang out with Little Kim in the Bronx tomorrow, Paradise Theater in the Bronx. Caller 105 is going to see Little Kim.
Yes.
We appreciate you
Stop
hanging with us.
hating on Lil' Kim. That's the marquee for today. No hating on Lil' Kim, and you know what I'm saying? Just
You feel
watch.
some respect now, Charlamagne, or
Just
what?
watch.
What you mean?
She's saying stop hating on Little Kim.
I've never hated on
Yeah,
Kim. I
you
give
did.
honest
Yeah,
opinions,
you
and my
did. But
opinions
it's
come
not
from.
honest, though,
No, that's
Charlamagne.
it's my
It's
honest
not.
opinions. My honest opinions come from like when I said the thing with Nikki. You was coming off old and disgruntled. That's how you was sounding. You
Okay,
sounded like
well, okay, but you know what? Let me tell you something, right? You know the saying, never judge a book by its cover.
No
Till
doubt.
you read it,
absolutely.
you didn't read the book.
All right.
Because if you read the book, you would have known a history about me being over there at Cash Money and all, you know, doing the whole situation. It's deeper than that. And then no one can sit here and say everyone. It's there. There's a video. Just go in there. There's a video that my fans made. That's called "Playtime Is Over."
That's the hype.
Go watch it.
And I will say this: I
watch
respect Kim for coming up here because I have slandered Kim
I
relentlessly.
know. I really did
Yeah.
not think Kim was gonna.
And
come
if Kim
up
can
here.
come up here, any artist can come up
I
here.
told you Kim was
Yeah,
coming.
it don't bother me. You know why? Because I'm comfortable in my skin.
And
We're from Brooklyn. We're from Brooklyn.
And now that picture they put out of you was definitely Photoshop because you don't look like that now.
Look
They
like
put out a
that.
picture of you and you look like Jeremy Lin. You don't look like Jeremy Lin in person.
Jeremy Lin.
That's how the picture looked. Remember the picture? The picture.
Oh, that was the BET
Well,
thing.
everybody
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
different in their picture.
No. Somebody actually did Photoshop. They tried to make you look crazy.
Well, it's the Breakfast Club on
okay.
Power 105.1. Little Kim.